Now, keeping you and your family safe. This is 2 Works For You weather, certified most accurate.
Well, if you step outside, you'll notice it is hot and humid here in the Tulsa area. But, man, folks, to our east, they're getting some stuff.
Yes, ma'am. Watching some big storms off to our east. Your neighbors in Arkansas, southern Missouri, Branson picking up very heavy rain right now. Big cluster of thunderstorms is dropping toward the south and east. Those counties in blue, that is a severe thunderstorm watch, which is in effect until 4 p.m. Now, the back edge of this rain is right along the state line, the Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma state line. And a closer inspection shows there is some rain trying to develop in far northeastern Oklahoma. It's not going to amount to very much, but Grand Lake, some rain near Grove right now. That will continue dropping to the south. Also, really not much more than sprinkles across Craig County. Most of us will not see any rain today, so most of us will have dry weather. A lot of clouds, though, and very humid. We're tracking a cool front, which is moving in. It's one of these cool fronts that doesn't have any cooling with it. One of these wimpy cool fronts. 86 degrees at noon, upper 80s at 3, and nearing 90 at 5 p.m. with a north wind. That's actually a little cooler compared to what we saw yesterday. 84 degrees just before lunchtime with a south and southwest wind at 10 miles an hour. The dew point temperature is in the lower 70s. That means you'll get a sweat very easily as you're headed out at lunchtime today. So certainly some air conditioning weather. Warm 70s and 80s across the region, already nearing 90 in Muskogee, 85 Okmulgee, 85 in Bristow. You can see the cooler weather toward Grove and Coffeyville. Behind the front, 75 in Coffeyville, and rain has dropped the temperature into the 70s in Grove. North wind in Grove, north wind in Ponca City. The cold front right now is between Tulsa and Independence, and that front will slowly make its way into Green Country today. The front is just close enough to us to where we are seeing a few showers and thunderstorms. Just most of the stormy weather will occur to our east. If you're headed to Fayetteville, Fort Smith, or into Little Rock today, you will see stormy weather. Green Country will be right on the edge of the stormy weather. Now, the Futurecast, this is a computer model, and it tends to overdo the rain a bit. We're not going to see as much rain as it's showing. Generally today, higher rain chances east of Tulsa. Not impossible that rain could develop in Tulsa, just most of the rain will be off to our east. 5 p.m. this afternoon, really not that much rain around. We'll have a north wind, still a lot of clouds, and we will be somewhat cooler tonight with a chance for a few showers and thunderstorms tonight, but most of the rain forming to our east. Basically, the rain is randomly developing wherever it wants to. Higher rain chances off to the east. Then during the day tomorrow, we'll gradually see more sunshine. Begin the day with clouds and more sunshine, and not as much rain around on Tuesday. So somewhat of a vague forecast. The trend, most rain to our east today. But we're all seeing the warm temperatures and the humidity. High today of 90 degrees, upper 80s and lower 90s across the rest of Green Country. Then coming up tonight, we will be a little cooler behind that wimpy cool front and that northeast wind. Instead of 70s, we'll see lows closer toward the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. Now, the 7-day forecast shows the next 4 days, we at least have somewhat of a chance for rain and thunderstorms. Rain and thunderstorm chances increasing again by Tuesday night and Wednesday. The weekend is looking very warm and breezy, and we don't see any big rain chances in the forecast coming up. So that's kind of what we're watching as far as the thunderstorm chances right now. But I tell you what, it was a really, really fun weekend this past weekend.
You got really involved in the Tulsa Tough.
We did, and what we're going to show you here, there's 2 events that kind of go on at the Tulsa Tough. There is a bike ride, which is kind of a competition between, it's a little bit of a competition and also a ride. These are some of the pictures from what we were doing on Sunday. This is Team Lee's as we are working our way through downtown. We went out into Osage County. There we are kind of making our way back into town. But it's really cool because you actually get to ride through the city streets of Tulsa on a ride like this. And here we are in our all matching jerseys looking like a good old team there.
Very fun.
Boy, that's a good looking crew, isn't it?
So how long were you actually riding then?
I rode 63 miles on Sunday, which means I burned about 4,000 calories. Plenty of room for donuts.
Exactly.
And that's nothing for you, pretty much, right?
And of course, they also had the competition races as well. Now, coming up a little later in the newscast, I'm going to show you some of that video from the competition races. We may have gotten a little too close with our camera.
It's great video, so you'll want to see it.
You'll see a bicycle going about 40 miles an hour about this close away. Maybe this close.
Brave man right here. Thanks, George.